Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Megan, and today I'm going to be discussing the fourth book I read this year. It's called The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. It's a cute, warm, kind of magical, I don't want to say sci-fi, but there's a little magic in it. It's basically about this bookshop that is lost, and there's this guy Henry who is on the hunt for this lost bookshop. He is, I think, working on his thesis in school, and he is on this hunt for this manuscript and this bookshop because he needs it for something. But in the opening of the book, you get introduced to these three characters. You have Martha, you have Henry, and then you have Opaline. Opaline is her name. And so each chapter, it alternates. So you start off with Opaline, and then you have Martha, and then you have Henry. And so they're all kind of, Martha and Henry are present day characters, and then Opaline, she's from the early 1900s. So she kind of is the main, I don't want to say puzzle piece, but you learn about the lost bookshop through her story. But it's about what happened to it? Why is it not here? And so there is a little bit of a magic element to it. Opaline, she ends up disappearing. And so when Martha and Henry are, researching, and they find out about her name because she once owned this particular bookshop, but then there was no recollection of her. Then she just suddenly disappeared, and so they kind of go on the hunt for that. And sometimes where they originally were was kind of how it ended up. But it's just a cute feel good book about an adventure, basically. I don't want to say it's super magical like Narnia, because there are magical elements to it, because that's the point of the Lost Bookshop, is that it's hidden in a way. But it's just cute. There is a little a magical element into it if you're into that type of thing. And it's just a warm, cute book. I will say there are some tough scenes in the book. So if you're ever been abused or abandoned, neglected, or there is an asylum scenes, there are some harsh stuff in the book from both Martha's life and Opaline's life that are, they're a little bit intense. So I will say, if you've ever experienced anything like that, I would say tread lightly, because there are some dark stuff, the asylums. I got flashbacks to Riverdale or Pretty Little Liars in a way, because there is that element, but it feels so real at the same time. And it's really cool because one of the main cool things about this book is that if you're into Emily Bronte, the Bronte sisters, or that old literature, there are elements of them in this book, meaning that they are referenced. So one of the main things is that there is a manuscript or a piece from Emily Bronte's life that that one of the characters is also on the hunt for. So it just really gave you an insight, or gave me an insight on, the book dealer industry. I didn't even know that people go to auctions to get these original pieces to put in their bookshop or to put into their antique store. So it was really beneficial and educational to get that world. It was just so intriguing. It kind of gave me National Treasure vibes a little bit, because they are searching for these original artifacts. So it's just a really cool magical adventure things. And like I said, if you're into classical literature, there are references of that in the book, and it's just a really feel-good book. But like I said, there are a couple harsh scenes at an asylum ward back in the day, as well as a talk about abuse and violence. So I just do want to let anybody know if they are reading it. There are a couple of scenes that I got upset about just because of the you could just feel it in the book, the way that it's told. You could feel for the characters. So I do want to keep that in mind for anybody who could be sensitive to that information. That is my review on The Lost Bookshop. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.